Hi everyone. So I want to make a video about an issue lately that I've been seeing a lot of, and it has bothered me to the point that I was like, all right, time to make a video about it. And that is women who are so they drive their men away. Okay, now let me just say before I get started that sometimes women get accused of driving a man away when we actually haven't. There are women who've done all the right things, been good to their man, and the men still mess up. Those women, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to my sisters that are black, white, whatever color, who do this thing where they feel like they're going to stop their man from cheating. They're going to do things to prevent it by excessive calling or texting or whatever else have you. Doesn't work. It just annoys the crap out of your boyfriend or your husband. Things like that. So I want to address that. First thing I want to say is about cheating. Okay, you want to know how you can keep a man from cheating? Alright, because I'm about to tell you, okay? Come closer. Closer. Alright? You're right there. You can't. There is no way you can guarantee that a man will not cheat on you. I'm not saying that all men are cheaters. But I am saying there's no guarantees in life, period. But you can't guarantee that a guy is not going to cheat on you. Because here's the thing. I see these women that they stay like texting and calling and where are you at, and they think if they stay on top of it, they can prevent something from happening. And the thing is, you got two types of guys that cheat. You have one who, is basically a good guy, and they might make a mistake once or twice or something like that. I'll say once. And then you have the guy who basically is going to cheat no matter what. He just has to have the opportunity, and he's going to do it. And for that type of guy, you are just going to waste so much energy trying to prevent it, and it's not going to work. He's going to cheat. So, yeah, it's your responsibility to know what kind of guy you're dealing with. I think the best way that, like I said, there's no guarantees in life. The best way you can maybe hopefully prevent that, instead of, putting all your energy into playing FBI every day and CIA, you need to keep yourself up and keep yourself being the best that you can be. And keep yourself a catch. If you met the guy, and before anybody gets the wrong idea, I'm not saying anything about like weight is terrible, people who are large are terrible. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, if you met your guy as a size 4, and that's what he likes, and you know it, if you are now a size 14, I'm not saying you have to get back down to a size 4, but just think about things. You may need to reevaluate things. Or even if he says that he's okay with your size, that may or may not be true. I've had guys tell me that before, and in the end they were just like, yeah, you got fat and blah, blah, blah. So, just think about it. And not even doing it for him, do it for you. Do what makes you happy and make yourself the best you can be. And when I say best, I mean the healthiest that you can be. I'm not saying starve yourself and get to like this crazy, size that you can't possibly maintain except for starving yourself. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying make yourself look and feel the best that you can. Keep yourself up. Do not let yourself go. And more than on the looks front, you want to keep your life the best it can be. Stay achieving things. Stay having goals and pursuing those goals. Do not let the goals drop for anything. Do not put yourself last and be like, well, I don't need to buy this, and putting yourself last, that's another thing. Don't do that. Please don't do that. I did that before in my ex-marriage, and it's something that I will never do again. And I have told people that if they catch me doing it, they have my permission to smack me, because that is the worst thing you can possibly do. I mean, it sounds great and everything, oh, I put myself last, I sacrifice. And that's what we as women are taught is the right thing to do, the saintly thing to do. But that's not what's good for yourself or a relationship, to be honest. You need to be able to give to yourself, and then you can feed people from the overflow that comes from that. And it's really, if you try to put other people first all the time, it kind of goes against human nature, actually. We are not designed to take care of somebody else first and then ourselves last. We're just not designed that way. If that were the case, a lot of us women, mothers, we just wouldn't eat. We just would not eat. We wouldn't shower. We would never get to anything ever because we're constantly, what does this person need? What does this person need? What does this person need? So I would just say that that's like the biggest deterrent. Just be the sexiest self that you could possibly be, inside and out. Keep your brain sexy. Always stay learning things. Always stay achieving things. Be an accomplished woman. Be a phenomenal woman. You know, looks is only part of that. It increases your self-esteem. If you feel confident in yourself and the way you look, it just, you know, it touches all other parts of your life and it improves all parts of your life, your career, your relationships, everything. So just, it sounds counterintuitive, but I feel like the key to, you know, having better relationships, not even just love relationships, but friendships, is to really take care of yourself and have good self-esteem. Another thing I want to talk about quickly is, I think I touched on it earlier a little bit, but don't harass your man. Let him have his friends. If he wants to go out with his friends, please let him go out with his friends. Just let him have some time without you. Don't try to tag along. Don't be calling him. Don't be texting him while he's out with his friends. Let him have his unencumbered time with his boys. Don't interrupt it. Just don't. Go find something else to do. Keep yourself busy. Let him have his time. I don't know how many times I can say that, but I think it's very important. And I think it's important for the woman to have her time apart, and it keeps the relationship fresh. If you're always relying on your partner to provide all of your social stimulation, I don't think that's a good thing at all. You need to, and there's some girls who, they get in a relationship and they just start talking to their friends. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Keep your friends. Especially you know, if you've had a relationship, you're only with this guy maybe 6 months, and you've known your friends for years and years and years. It's really foolish to let them go, because, you know, even if the guy never leaves you, I mean, anything can happen, and you're gonna need a support system of something in case something bad happens. But even if nothing bad happens, you just want to have a life. Get a life. Keep your life. Don't give it up. Because we think, and I used to think like that too. I used to think that guys appreciated that if we just threw ourselves into the relationship and threw ourselves into them, and you know, made our interest their interest and try to please them. They don't even like it. It actually is they told me that's a turnoff. So being selfish is like the opposite of that, or what people call so-called selfish. I think the word selfish gets a bad rap. I think that it is human nature to be somewhat selfish, and I think that it keeps you interesting as opposed to boring, and that's what you don't want. So that's all I'm going to say about that. You know, don't be a nuisance. I had a friend, actually, that's not all I'm going to say about that. I had a friend that she had a lot of bad relationships, and I've had a lot of bad relationships, but you cannot, you know, guys say all the time, you cannot let him pay for the past men's mistakes and all that, and that's true. But it's very hard when you've been burnt or hurt over and over again to forget that. And it's kind of like a reflex to ask questions or check up or be fearful. But you have to remember that in the absence of fear is the greatest love. You can't really love someone and be fearful at the same time. If you think you can, then you're wrong. You're doing it wrong. The greatest love is when you say, you know what? I cannot control what happens. He may or may not cheat on me. I don't know. But I'm not going to run up behind him. I'm not going to keep checking up on him. I'm not going to waste my time doing all that. I'm just going to say I love him today and just love him. And not be thinking about all the things he could be doing or might be doing or thinking about doing or playing FBI. You cannot love fully if you're just running up looking for somebody to do something wrong. You just can't. You rob yourself of the experience of love and the feelings because you're just always looking for something bad to happen. And another thing also, if you look for things, you will find things. Even if the guy isn't cheating on you, I've seen people look so hard they swear they found something. Like if, on Facebook, some girl is liking all their posts. Oh my God, he's cheating on me. Like they just make the leap to he's cheating on me. I saw this girl in divorce court the other day. She had a good looking husband and he thought the world of her. He gave her whatever she wanted, material things, everything. He talked to her on the phone. He would like text her. She didn't work, I don't think. And he bankrolled her life basically. And, she would talk and text with him on the phone like 50 times a day. He would like contact her. And at first he would answer back. Then he ended up having to do more work because he had to get rid of some of his employees. So he didn't have the time to talk to her on the phone every time she called. And she was up in there with the nerve to be upset that this guy can't at her beck and call. And it's like, chick, you know how many people would kill for that? It wasn't even like an ugly or nasty looking dude. He was a good looking dude. And he thought everything of her. And all she could talk about was material things and just stupid stuff. Like, oh, I want a divorce because he doesn't answer my calls and he must be cheating on me because somebody's liking his post on Facebook. Don't. If you're a woman like that, please don't do that. Do not mess up your relationship over some dumb crap. I mean, if you're gonna have real evidence, you know what I'm saying? Don't go looking for stuff because the thing is, if you look for things, you will find them, even if they're there or not. It might just all be in your head, but you will find it. So that's all I want to say about that. Everybody have a nice day. Bye.